We've seen war. We don't want war. But if you want war with the United States of America, there's one thing I can promise you, so help me God. Someone else will raise your sons and daughters.
Kiss my ass. They're criminals. It is a hole. You ever been there?
He says what everyone else is thinking.
I'm dedicated to it. I can't be stopped. All right, look what we have here. The rehabilitation of the guitar player from Detroit on a thing called the Real America's Voice Spirit Campfire, where I'm nebulizing to bring my spirit and my skeleton and my physical being back to reality. I hear somebody in the background. I think I can hear the studio background, which I'm good for. I'm good for anything because this is an organic, honest to God, Real America's Voice Ted Nugent celebration. And take a look at me. Yeah, I look wounded. I'm wounded because I work my flame-throwing ass off like a man in heat, like an animal, like a breeding mastodon, like a T-Rex scrotum god every night with my Gibson guitar. Thank you, real music lovers. You see those bags under my eyes? It's okay. I'm going to be okay because tonight in Marion, Illinois, like last night in St. Charles, the night before in Des Plaines, and the night before in Huber Heights, and the night before in Detroit, and the night before in Lexington, and the night before in Paw Paw, Michigan, you people deserve me. You people have an attitude. I love real music lovers. You turn me on. I'm absolutely stoned, drunk, intoxicated, inebriated, schnookered, schnooped on your positive energy and spirit. You can hear it in my voice. That's why I do this nebulizer thing. It's got a little bit of I don't know what's going on there. Barack, but I'm feeling my oats. So thank you, 2026. We're celebrating 250 years of giving all things kings and tyrants and emperors and power-abusing punks, kind of like Uncle Sham. You know, Uncle Sham over there in Washington, D.C., the sham guy that won't tell us about the real Warren report or the real January 6th report. You know, that guy? Or the guy that won't tell us about the Las Vegas shooting. You know that, Uncle Sham? I know we're better than we were in a long time under Donald Trump, but it ain't right yet. But I have the soundtrack to make it right. And I can tell by your enthusiasm every night, you people have adequate, if not overwhelming, substantial, overdose piss and vinegar of positive spirit and positive energy. And I can't thank you enough because I have a Real America's Voice Spirit Campfire where I'm in the man cave, Cuckoo's Nest, the arsenal of democracy, the truth, logic, and common sense epicenter of all thing A10 warthog middle finger supremacy of experimenting in self-government by we the people, including guitar players who write the song Stranglehold. I don't write songs. I unleash the soundtrack of my soul. Did you get that? Whenever I play my guitar, I unleash the soundtrack of my soul as an independent, autonomous, freedom, Declaration of Independence guy. That's what 250 years is. 250 years is celebrating absolute disobedience to corrupt punks. And right now, your taxes are being sucked out of our hardworking asses by corrupt punks and mismanaged and immorally, sinfully, constitutional vow breaking abuse of power. But you see, a smile is starting to develop once again on my lips. Can you hear? Can you hear it in my voice? So I celebrate freedom like a man possessed. In fact, we have determined many years ago that I am possessed. Like my wife, Shemaine, oh my God, she just had her birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, Shemaine. I gave her a birthday kiss. I gave her a birthday kiss and flowers, lots of flowers, and all my kids and the grandkids that sent love and happy birthday to Shemaine. And all you people out there, you know, this is a spirit campfire. I know it's an electronic technology thing, And it is the man cave cuckoo's nest arsenal of democracy, surrounded by absolute middle finger glowing freedom ammo and firepower and bows and arrows and the spirit of past dinner on the hoof celebration taxidermy work by the great Mark Ditzel and Rob Fortson over there in Waco, Mark Ditzel in Hanover, Michigan. So anyhow, I'm jumping all over the place because that's my life, 78 years clean and sober. I get to jump all over the place. That's why it's a spirit campfire. And every night we have these danger zoners, because if I enter the room, it's a danger zone, I promise you. It's the healthiest, safest place in the world. But if there's even a hiccup, a hint, a burp, a murmur of negativity, you would be in danger. So my positive spirit, my sincere, humble appreciation for having a real America Voice Spirit Campfire First Amendment get down, and backstage every night with the danger zoners, believe me, when I open these pretty little wango tango lips, it's not a Ted Nugent suspicion. I don't have presumptions. I don't have any guesses. I don't even have any attitude. Well, he's got an attitude. No, I have no opinions. It's not my opinion that I have a First Amendment right from God that the Founding Fathers wrote down 250 years ago. It's not my opinion. I'm a humble servant of truth, logic, and common sense. And that truth, logic, and common sense is ubiquitous. It's universal at a Ted Nugent concert. Johnny Big on bass guitar and vocals, the guy's a god of thunder. Jason Hartless, the greatest grinding firestorm of grinding groove, rhythm and blues, rock and roll, soul music, drumming. Jason Hartless, I love you. Johnny Big, I love you. Todd, I love you. My son Rocco, my son Toby are working. Dean, we got Kevin out front. We got a great crew. My crew is the best. In fact, we're having a guest on the Spirit Campfire today with Uncle Ted. They call me Uncle Ted. I don't know where that started because people love me. I'm surrounded by love. The people at the pharmacy, the doctor's office, the nurses, the people at the hot dog stand, the Vienna Red Hot. Ivan, who brought Vienna Red hot dogs from Chicago last night. Ivan, thank you. They were delicious. Had a little extra green peppers in there, hence the red hot. But everywhere I go, and I'm looking at you people. I'm looking at you people. I love you more than you love me, and you love me gargantuana. That's a word, gargantuana. It's phonetic. You're hooked on phonics. Thank you for the positive spirit, the positive support for my truth, logic, and common sense celebration of God, family, country, Constitution, the Bill of Rights, the Ten Commandments, the Golden Rule, the Declaration of Independence, good over evil, self-defense, law and order. My God, the coins, the patches from all these heroes of law enforcement, and Stevie O with his fire, he's a fireman. I'm getting all this love from the greatest people, the bravest warriors in the world every night, coins and patches from military. Heroes of World War II in Korea come up to me and hug me. Barack, they don't hug him. And they thank me, and they none of them know each other. None of the heroes of the military in Detroit knew the ones in Lexington, or knew the ones in Dayton, or knew the ones at the airport yesterday. None of these heroes of Vietnam and the Gulf War. None of these heroes of the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the U.S. Marine Corps, the Coast Guard, the National Guard, none of them knew each other, and they all say the same thing. When they come up and give me a coin, a challenge coin, like my Ted Nugent challenge coin, I reciprocate. You can get these Ted Nugent challenge coins at tednugent.com. And when you meet a hero of the military, you can reciprocate and appreciate the cost of freedom. And they all say the same thing. That's why my confidence cup runneth over, especially as we celebrate what is supposed to be 250 years of freedom. But right now, Uncle Sham Fedzilla is acting more like King George than the Founding Fathers. We'll get into that. We have a guest, Mike Rowe, is coming on, working hard, playing hard, dirty work, dirty jobs, done dirt cheap. But all the heroes of the military and law enforcement, almost all military, and the security guys, at the Arcada Theater, the Des Plaines Theater, Lexington, John Borkovich, God bless you guys. God bless the heroes of St. Clair County and Sanilac County. They all say the same things. You'll wonder why I'm like this. Most people don't wonder why I'm like this because I've had a big mouth forever. I speak my First Amendment celebration nonstop since 1962. Boy, do I have stories about last night. You hear my throat? I scream. I scream like little Richard with his balls caught in a Conibear 200. Yikes! James Brown, Wilson Pickett, and little Richard wish they could scream like this Hellcat. And when I drive my Hellcat, I scream like a Hellcat. Boy, that's a great car. But anyhow, they tell me the same thing. They look in my eyes with teary eyes and they hug me. Vietnam vets everywhere I go. Military heroes everywhere I go. They say, Uncle Ted, thank you. Thank you for fighting for the freedoms that my brothers died for. We're talking about heroes that dragged their buddies, their bloody buddies off the battlefield, who gave the ultimate sacrifice for their constitutional oath. That's why we're celebrating 250 years. That's why I'm cocky and confident, because they tell me as they hug me, thank you for fighting for the freedoms my brothers died for. And that's what I do every day. My big mouth, my First Amendment, my middle finger, my 810 warthog of enthusiasm, my guitar, my songs, Raw Dogs and War Hogs, celebrate freedom. It comes at a cost, and we owe it to the heroes who paid the price. This is the Ted Nugent, real, honest to God, America's voice. Faith, freedom, spirit campfire. I love you people. Happy 250 every day. Happy Independence Day every day. Yowza.
And it gets me thinking,